Hi again, and we're in the series, and this is number 5 of the series. These are the most important things for your marriage. And as I stated before, I almost made them the 10 commandments for marriage, but I didn't want to make it sound like it was a holy thing. It's just a really important thing. Been doing this for over 25 years, and these are the things that I discovered are super important to your marriage. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, also laid out what you might call as the science of marriage. So stay with this. And here we go. And this is kind of a don't. You know, you have your do's and your don'ts in life. This is a don't. Don't expect your wife or your husband to change. Why? This is very deep. And again, be sure you're taking notes because these are things that we don't hear elsewhere, and they're important. So when I say don't expect, don't ask, don't make a request, don't hint for your wife or your husband to change. Number one reason why not is because it's an impossible request. From your own experience, from the New Year's resolutions that you've made in the past, that changing is not as easy as it looks. From the outside, it looks like it's pretty easy. Well, all you have to do is stop getting angry. All you have to do is stop looking at men. All you have to do is stop looking at women. All you have to do is stop smoking cigarettes. All you have to do is, it just is hard. Change is hard. Now, does it mean it's impossible? Of course it's possible. You have free will, you have volition, but you also have to have some incentive. And you're telling them that they need to change something is not incentive. All it does is it pushes them away, stresses them out, and makes your marriage uncomfortable. So what you do instead is you live with who they are. Now, you know, some people go radical and they go, well, what if they're an alcoholic? Even in those cases, you have no choice. People become an alcoholic, in my opinion, because they don't feel love. I know it's off on a different topic, but in your marriage, you promise to love them forever and unconditionally. So that's one reason why you don't ask them to change. You'll be frustrated, they'll be frustrated, and it's not going to do any good. Besides, you know, and this is very secret, one of the most important parts of your marriage, and I get into it later, is self-improvement. And there's nothing that helps us improve ourselves better than not getting what we want and dealing with our mind yakking away at us that we deserve it, we should have it, why can't we have it? That's not mature. So don't ask your wife, don't ask your husband to make a change. Go further. Don't allow it to ruin your mind. When it comes up in your mind, if only they would blah, 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 or I could say yada, 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 if you're from California, if only they would what? You promise to love them unconditionally. Do that. Learn to love your soulmate the way you promised to love your soulmate and let them be who they are. So get rid of that expectation. Get rid of that desire. Desire is only going to ruin your day. Number 6 is just like number 5. Number 6 is don't ask them to change for their benefit. You know, a lot of people get married with this idea that we're going to teach each other. It's such a silly proposition. You don't get married to have a professor-student relationship. You have the relationship of husband and wife. It's unique, it's perfect, it's special, it's amazing. Don't ruin it by trying to help them become a better person. For one thing, all you're going to be doing is pushing them off. You're just telling them, I don't think much of you, and if you don't change this, you're not good enough. That's the message. So don't go there. No, don't just let them be who they are. Highly regard who they are. Recognize that when you met them, you thought they were the most amazing person in the world. And now over time, of course, you realize they have flaws and they realize you have flaws. Don't go there. Let it be. Maybe that's what the Beatles meant when they sang Let It Be. So we'll get more into this series in the next one. So subscribe. If you've already heard about our offerings, just like the video and move on. I'm so glad you stopped by. Now, if your marriage is doing okay, but you could use a little help, you can just watch these videos. It's free. Or you could read my articles. They're free. Or you could take the next step. Get one of my books. We have 2 books. One is Lessons for a Happy Marriage, and the other is Breaking the Cycle. And the only difference is one is a little more complicated because I wrote Breaking the Cycle for when I started to train marriage counselors into our system. Now, if your marriage is really like, oh my God, I don't know how long I could take this, then by all means, don't worry about the money. There's plans that start for less than $10 a week. Get the online course. We have one for women and we have one for men. They're both spectacular. And if both of you, and it's rare, but go to our website. And if your spouse wants to sign up too, they can, but later. First, you find out what it's all about. One thing I promise you is within days or weeks at the most, you will be blown away by the amazing changes that are happening already. God bless you. And please like this video, but more importantly, subscribe so you can get this entire series of the toxins that hit your marriage. I'm Paul Friedman. God bless you and take care.